Okay, so the next chapter meeting workshop, and happy Valentine for those who celebrate. And I will start today's meeting by putting up past dependencies. Okay, so I see this one is quite interesting because I think this one we're looking for more like opportunities for our guest squad, but this also can be used for the employee squad as well. And for the dependencies to Bila, is there any update regarding this one?
Okay, can you come again? Which one is it?
Bila, I cannot hear you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can you come again? Which the dependency that you mean here? It's
Still
from.
cannot hear you.
Oh,
The rain is
really?
very hard.
Hello, can you hear me?
Here.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, oh yeah. Oh, we already done the framework here for this, so it's done. Basically, for the Asia Exchange project, it's already championed by me. I already made the framework, and then we are currently adapting the tools, and then and currently already maintaining the relationship with Asia Exchange. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the update, Bila. But I see some quite interesting things here for the Gobali programs and the Aumun here and the WPSC. Is there any update regarding this program? Have you guys already contacted or in what stages are they in? From the first one, from appraisal. Appraisal, is appraisal here? No, yeah.
Oh no. That is the discovery from appraisal that I bring up to the PR team. But I think the PR right now is focusing on Asia exchange, yeah, rather than new possibilities. So yeah, back to Cindy again.
Okay. Okay, so although I mentioned, so I'm actually quite close with the Global program since it's near my campus. So if you guys need my help on reaching the Global programs, I can help. Okay, this from me, and I will move this to Dan. Yeah. Okay. So for the next one, this is due on the first five, so not yet for this one. And the next one, to Bila, that will have sub discussion about BPE talk on Wednesday or Thursday with Garrett, Charisma, and Reza. What's your update on this one, Bill?
Yeah, we've already have some discussion, and we have Charisma as our PIC for audience, so in charge of marketing strategy, and then we also have Garrett as our secretary for the events. And basically, for this specific discussion, it's already done, but we have like further follow up discussion for the BPE talk management outside of this. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Thank you for the update, Bill. And I believe you already updated in the Dropbox, yeah, Bill.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, then I will move this to Dan. And to our to our next dependencies to Kak Wei to think and write about the Instagram case journey timeline. Is there any update regarding this one, Kak?
Yeah, this one was for what Nyepi event that we are planning to do to promote in Instagram. So this was what Mas Gani asked me to do, yeah. Find the guest journey timeline, and this is what I have think of. So yeah, is there any maybe comment from Mas Gani or?
Okay, over to Mas Dani.
Okay. Sorry, I need to turn off the camera since my the connection is unstable. Okay, so this timeline, guest journey timeline. Can you explain a bit further, Kak Wei, why the first thing about the guest journey is find the perfect dates. Why? Then apply for leave. What is the mean apply for leave? And then why the number three is find companion. Can you explain further about the journey itself?
Maybe this is what I have experienced from myself. Yeah, I mean, like, if I want to take like holiday or something, I will first thing first, what I will do is find the perfect date. What is the most suitable date that I can uh use to go to holiday? And then the second one is apply for leave. I mean, like, if we work, like, we have to uh cuti, izin cuti gitu kan, especially for if there is no specific apa, tanggal merah date. Yeah. And then the third one is find companions, because we're like, we're already decided for the date, so we ask the companion just to like, can you go with me, like, this 28 February or something like that. And then before the day, 1 week before the day, I create the itinerary, what will I do on the holiday. And then the last one is find the perfect accommodation, because I think accommodation is depending on what, where will I go. Like, maybe if I want to go like to the south area of Bali, I will find the accommodation around there, something like that. That's my
Okay.
explanation.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Wei, for bring the guest journey from your point of view. So let's start a brainstorm here, since this could be a long term. I mean, planning for next 2 weeks. Let's brainstorm here, so we have a perfect strategy that fit with our audience, fit with our product as well. Let's go over to perhaps for Reza, since Reza also working on guess what. Reza, what do you think about this guest journey from Pakwe? Do you see any any what's called any something missing or any things that would you to be improved?
Okay, I think it's a good idea, but I I see that the point fun component to invite on the specified that 1 week before the day, I think it's too short to get the guest, because uh, for approach the guest, we need to give awareness from for them about there is a long weekend. And then after they know about the long weekend, we can approach them to hard selling, or approach to give uh, I mean 1 week before it must the hard selling, but not the awareness. I think that if we want to get aware about apa ya, ya seperti itu Kak W, I think.
Okay, okay. Got it, Riza. Thank you very much. From my perspective, things that are still missing in this guest journey is the timeline, right? So we don't know. Find the perfect date. This is what time before the day. Day minus what, and then apply the leave time day minus what. So you just bring the apa namanya, the list of the guest journey, but we didn't know, like, for example, imagine that you will hold the event, the for example, like Sondrenalin event event Ben-Benan in Bali, the largest event. So you have a monthly timeline, right? Okay, 3 months before the event, you will contacting all of the vendors, right? And then close to the event, 2 months before the event, you will prepare all of the facilities, something like that. And then 1 month before the event is you prepare of the I don't know, ticketing, something like that. So I think this need to be further detailed more. All right. I have the idea, but I need to what's called that someone from perhaps for the other person to better the point of view from this case. Sorry. Back to Cindy.
Okay, I see that Kak Rwe raised her hand. Do you want to say something regarding this, Kak?
No, I was actually going to correct Reza because the fine convenience to invite on the specified date is actually the 2 weeks before the day, and the 1 week before the day is create itinerary and find the perfect accommodation. Like that.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Kak Wei. But I have a question because one of our core value is don't assume use data. And where do you get the data that they will find the case jury will start from 2 weeks, and then in 1 week they will start creating it itinerary and so on.
Yeah, that's what I say is that's from my experience. Yeah, so it's from my point of view actually. I think Mr.
Okay,
Zing want to say
Mr.
something.
Jing.
Okay, let me put this conversation a little bit more on track. Gunny had the main point and Cindy reinforced it. So what is the timeline for this plan, right? It's not a timeline if there's no dates on it. It's just kind of like vague. What is supposed to happen at what time? This is what let's get back to on point on this particular point, because I think this is where adoption actually meets the road. Reza, have you blasted out any first message last Saturday?
Yes, I give to Mutia from HR to bless the message from Friday, I think, and the last bless is today.
Okay, good. Gunny, are we inspecting Reza's work when he sends out this message?
I inspect the message, sir. So basically, telling to our past guests, hey, there is a holiday in next 2 weeks, long
Okay.
weekend, and
Okay.
then if you need inspiration, please go to our Instagram
Okay.
for getting inspiration.
Why are we not seeing that here in this chapter discussion?
The message, sir, the WhatsApp message,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be Reza put it in Coda, supposed to be.
No. We're supposed to see it.
Huh?
Remember, the point of having a chapter discussion is so that we can all inspect and we can give critique and feedback about a person's work, right? So what I'm seeing right now, and this is a point that I just sent over to Gunny. Let's kind of go back to the very beginning again. This, if I'm not mistaken, Gunny, this is the chapter awareness meeting, right?
Yep.
So let's go back to chapter meetings. What is the main point of a chapter meeting? Is it to manage projects and check if somebody's project is on track or not?
Yeah. Yep.
Not really, everyone. Not really. Okay, check this out. A chapter's purpose is not to actually manage and check everybody's project. That is up to your squad lead, and within your teams, that's the main issue, right? This particular chapter's mission is to inspect work and make sure that your work is following best practices and also discovering new best practices and inventing new tools, right? So when I see people report that on this day I will do this, and then have you done it yet? That isn't really the main focus of this particular meeting. This is not a team management meeting, okay? This is not a team management meeting. So reporting your progress, saying you're going to do this on this day, that doesn't fit into the context of what we should be doing in a chapter. What we should be doing in a chapter is this. After you've posted something, show us what you've done and tell us, did this actually get the results that you were actually expecting? Okay. And then the chapter can get together and then come and critique and look at your work and see, oh, actually, you didn't get your results because you used the wrong messaging or the branding was off or whatever it might be. Okay. But we're not here to witness your thing. That's project management. That's a different subject altogether. Okay. What I'm seeing right now is project management. I'm not actually seeing a involved discussion about, okay, is this tactic correct? Does this actually get the best use of whatever? If you want to talk about calendars, okay, like the way that Wei has presented, that is a good topic, right? So Wei, your calendar doesn't have any dates on it. So next time you use a planning calendar or timeline, please put the dates on it. That's within, let's say, the scope of this discussion. But you know, the all those bits and pieces there, it's a little bit too in depth into activity, and we now, it's not a workshop, right? We're just using this as a team management tool. Gani, does that feel like an accurate diagnosis of what's happening here?
Actually, by your explanation,
Uh-huh.
we are expecting the inspecting teamworks and give some feedback, right? That's why I put the dependency there. For example, Reza start
Okay.
crafting the message until this Friday and plus this. Then
Okay.
supposed to be Reza give the result, and
Right.
perhaps Reza can copy the Trello link and then put it there so everyone
Correct.
can click on it
Okay.
and sing together.
Correct. Okay. So Gani, in order for this inspection as a team to work correctly, we need to see the action and we need to see the result. We don't
Yeah.
need to just know that, okay, it's not a checklist, right? Because a checklist just tells us if the activity was done or not done.
Oh,
What we need to see is what was done and what was the result. And then we can look at it and go, okay, did actually Reza follow the right guidelines? Did he use good timing? Did he use good content? Did he use good, selection of audience and channel? Okay, so that's what we need to see here in our chapter. I'll believe you did the work, right? That part you can just say, okay, fine, right? But what we need to see is we need to see what was the work and was it effective? So that's why we have 18 eyeballs here to really inspect and see if we're doing it correctly. So Reza, please do this, right? Please actually move your work here so that we can see it. And if you have any of the data from the results, put it there too as well, because that's also very helpful. We can evolve from there. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jin.
Okay. So, Ms. Secretary, please take Reza to attach the works that he already did over here and also the result of the message. Okay. And for the next dependency, we have from
Cindy. Look.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I already give the Trello link of what the Reza did last week. So perhaps we can take a look a few real quick to check whether Reza works is already good, or perhaps we can give some feedback there.
Where do you put it, Kak?
Whereby chat box.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sorry my internet is a bit slow because of the heavy rain.
Okay, can you scroll down a bit and let's take a look the message that Reza just created. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
This one.
that's yeah. You can zoom in a little bit and let's everyone give the feedback from what just Reza create the just create craft. Hello, Cindy, can you hear me?
Do you want to speak up or just put in the comment section, Kak?
Okay, let's just quick feedback from here. Let's choose I don't know from Fabi perhaps. So Fabi, after you reading Reza's message here, so mm, what do you think? Do you have any thought or
Yeah, I read this message from Reza, and yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I don't really feel engaging about this message. Yeah,
okay.
maybe for the copywriting itself, do you use any framework to this?
Okay, good question, Fabi. Go to Reza. Reza, what framework you use for this message?
The framework I use, I the message that awareness. Uh, what the next? What is wait?
So I guess what Reza message is basically following from previous message, okay? But then Fabi said there is one insight that Fabi is not feel engaged. Okay, that's a good point. Let's develop that. Why, Fabi? Why do you feel that's not engaged? What part that makes you not engaged?
Because I don't feel like the desire that I want to uh what is it like to have a vacation in Bali, because
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can more investigate about the target persona of, maybe it's like a long holiday for Islam Miraj, right? So
Mm-hmm.
your target people is Muslim people. So maybe you can more investigate about the target persona of the Muslim people, like what they usually do in Bali, in this holiday, because uh, I don't really know what Islam Miraj for Muslim people usually do, but maybe they can like maybe have vacation with their family or go to Mudik, but I don't know like what they
Okay.
usually do in Bali.
Okay, good point. So Fabi mentioning the insight about what they do during long holiday, long stay. Okay, that's good point. Let's go to Gareth, perhaps real quick. Gareth, give some thought about real quick. What do
Okay,
you
maybe
think?
I think this message can be improved. Uh, Other than what Fabi just said, I think that the message
Mhm.
can be improved by adding emojis, because I think that we are promoting some sort of a holiday here. So maybe we can make the tone more cheery,
Okay.
more happy, more hype by maybe adding emojis, because that's what I usually do.
All
That's
right,
all
good
from me.
point, Gareth. Thank you. So Fabi think about what they do during the long stay, and Gareth say about the more personalized using emoji. And then last point by Cindy is the CTA is not quite strong. Okay, okay, interesting. Let's go over back to Reza. So Reza, what do you think about those three feedback?
Okay, thank you uh for the masukannya. I think in this message is the first message for awareness,
Mhm.
and there is no real CTA, call to action, right? So I give the link to the Instagram, and not yet for the booking.
Mm.
And then in my plan, in this week, I will give the second message, that the hard selling, that there is, I will give the CTA for to the direct link to Bukit Vista / booking.
Okay. Okay, so okay, so Reza, you okay in these 2 weeks before the D-Day, before the holiday start, so you will blasting 3 messages, right? And this first message is basically the awareness, right? So not the selling apa namanya tone, but you just give the apa namanya the some information. Okay, hey, there is a long weekend until 2 weeks ahead. Okay, okay. I saw Mr. Jing want to say something, and Bila. So this is also not really attracting, considering very person. Okay. Okay, back to Cindy then. Sorry, I interrupt the reading, the discussion.
Okay. Um. Okay. Okay, so what's your next point, Reza? Not next one. Next action.
Okay, for the next action, I will message the second message. That is the direct link to Bukit Vista / booking. Yeah. And that is the call to action plan. And my CTA plan is in the second message.
Okay. I guess because we also want to earn the best result, you can also after you make it, you can also put it in our discussion, so we can expect whether this is better than the previous one or not. Mr. Jing, do you want to say something?
A few things here, actually. I would like to just ask everyone's permission to try out a new format for this discussion because I see that the feedback has kind of like this limited bandwidth. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if you will, everybody, I'll take control of the screen real quick and I'll show you kind of like where we could actually try maybe a new approach. Okay, so I'm going to share a Miro whiteboard, which has been something we've been using across a lot of the different chapters with pretty good success. And I'd like to focus your attention on this particular point that we're bringing up. Now, here's what I want to have happen. Currently on our discussion board, there's quite a lot of material that is embedded into links, into these different sections. Cindy, who is the secretary in the current discussion right now?
Bila.
Bila, yeah? Okay.
Currently, it's me.
Okay, Bila, this is what I need your help with, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the whiteboard to expand the scope of our discussion so that we can get more comments and more viewpoints very quickly, all sort of simultaneously, yeah? Is that from Bila? Bila needs to go to class?
Yeah, I asked
Okay,
Baby.
then we need a new secretary in this particular case. Wait, would you...
We have
Yeah, Feby can help.
Baby.
Okay, Feby, please be our secretary now. Okay, so let's do this, everyone. If you have an update on the discussion, okay, can you just copy that, screenshot it, and put it into this frame right here, okay? So let me give an example of what this would potentially look like. Let's say, for example, okay, here's a part, right? As suggested on a previous meeting, blah, 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 here, posted an article. So I would copy that, and I'm going to just post it right here. Oh, wow, it's so tiny. Okay, and then I'm going to blow it up over here. Can everyone see that now? There's a discussion topic right here. Okay, so I'm just going to put it right there. And for everybody who has a particular link that is in the, like this, there's an article link right here. Please just open that too as well so that we can take a look at that too as well, okay? The purpose of having this discussion is to essentially get a little bit more visibility into, okay, I just posted another, oh, wow, it's tiny. Okay. Yeah, these things are really small. For example, I see a blog post link over here. Okay. Can everyone see that blog post link? Bagaimana?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I need is this. Please move all the components of the discussion here onto this board, and we'll start trying to get a lot more bandwidth to look and pull these things out. So if you reported something on the discussion board, bring it here. We'll examine it a little bit more in detail. And when you copy and paste, sometimes the copy will be small, so you just have to expand it out a little bit, okay? So just take 30 seconds, please, and let's migrate this discussion over. While everyone's migrating this over, let me go over to Reza. Reza, have you posted this particular piece of content on Instagram yet, or do you plan to, Reza? Did Reza just disappear?
Yeah, I think he used the phone, but
Oh.
he just blessed this message through WhatsApp to our
Oh, he
past
blasted
guest.
it on WhatsApp. I
Yeah.
see. Okay, okay. Is there a way we could see that so we could see what audience he put into that WhatsApp?
Sorry, what do you mean, sir?
Okay. So how do you blast something on WhatsApp, Gani? I'm actually kind of
Oh,
curious how
okay.
that's done.
Okay, so Reza take over the air support 3 or 4, I forget.
Uh-huh.
He scanned the WhatsApp and then oh no, wait, sorry. Reza put this message to Mutia as a HR person, and
Uh-huh.
then Mutia just reached out the numbers that Reza provided.
I
So Bless
see.
send a message one by one by one by one.
Okay, I see. I see. Okay, all right, got it. So Reza, how many times did you send that out, by the way?
How many messages?
Yeah, how many messages you sent? You sent these one by one to all the past guests.
Oh, uh, I still have no data about the specific numbers of contact that we
Take a
message.
guess.
I
10,
still
50, 100, 200. How many of these
I
messages?
think over 100, over 100 or maybe
Wow, so you
over
went
a
date
200.
1, date 2, date like each one by one by one.
I think so.
Well, it's not whether you think so. Did you do it or did you not?
Mutia did it, sir. Mutia did SCR.
Oh, okay. So you
So
Yeah,
delegated
Reza,
from
Mutia.
the SAR team.
Okay, okay, got it. All right. Now, okay, so this is not the right question. The question is, this was distributed on WhatsApp, right? Is that correct, Reza? Okay. Now,
Yeah.
here's the important question. How was the impact measured?
The impact of message.
Yeah, well, how was the
Okay.
impact measured? Did anybody respond? Did anybody get back? What
Oh,
was, yeah.
until now there is no response, but I tracked about the clicking for the link. Last night there is 3 clicking for the link
Okay. What I
to
need you to
directing to
do
the Instagram.
is put that data here. That's the data that we need to see in this kind of discussion.
Okay.
Okay. So what we need to
Okay.
see is how many attempts did you try, or how many attempts do you think Mutia tried? And you also need to know that because that is very, very important for understanding the efficiency of your messaging. So it's not like I think Mutia did 100. It's like you have to know how many times she sent this out. So between that and the number of clicks you get is your conversion rate. Okay. So if she sent 3 and you got 3, then this is a good message. If she sent 300 and you only got 3 responses back, 3 clicks, then this is not a good message. So we need to have that information available first. Okay. Reza, please put that information here. Ask Mutia how many times she sent it out and then bring it back and we'll be able to calibrate this discussion. Okay. All right. Next, let's
Okay,
go
thank
over
you.
to this side. All right. So there's an article that, okay, there's this Google ad strategy too. So for the person who put in the Google ad strategy, please grab the content on the Dropbox. We don't want to click off. We just want to analyze what the content is and then take a look at it here. Okay. Now I'm going to move to the next topic over here. So there's an article in Bahasa Indonesia on February 9th. Okay, some error due to WordPress, but this is the latest insight. There's 8 page views, 2 unique, 27 seconds of average page time, 2 entrances, 25% visit. Okay, can the person who put this update identify themselves? This update right here.
Yes, sir. So this is my update about the blog post in
Okay.
in Bahasa Indonesia.
Okay.
So comparing with the article with English, actually the traffic is not that much.
Of course not.
But
New article.
yeah, but my article is keep error again and again, so I have to repost it.
Okay. So, okay, we don't need to know about the error part. That part is a technical thing, right? But tell us, what were you expecting to see in terms of the total amount of traffic, or what was it that you were hoping to achieve?
Of course, what I want to achieve is the end goal, which is giving traffic to our MP page. So,
Okay, got it.
yeah.
And you were going to get traffic by how? By relying on what type of source?
First is blog posts and our websites, and also distributed on different type of
That's not a
blogger
source.
medium.
Febby, that's not a source. A source is like, okay, organic traffic is a source. Social media traffic is a source. PR is a source. Event traffic is a source. That's a source. What source were you hoping would actually consume this article?
That consume would do you mean the audience or the source of audience?
Well, yeah. What type of traffic are you trying to bring in?
The type of traffic is the audience from the organic.
Okay. All right. Be more specific. What kind of organic traffic? People who read in?
Yeah, people who read that. First, the Google user that want to know about my keyword, which is Bali Villas investment, or any theme that I brought on my article, which is
Excellent.
mostly about villas and management.
Okay.
So when I give them information like this, and they
Okay. Great.
may
Is
be
this your
interested
article
with
right
our
here?
purpose.
The picture that I'm posting, is that a piece of your article right there?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. What I need you to do, Febby, is to screenshot the rest of your article, right? So that we can read that and then post it over here. Okay, so that way we can take a look at that. And for everybody here, this is the kind of feedback that we need to give to Febby. Okay, let's go over to let's try one of the new people and see how well Gareth understands. Gareth, what particular component of the traffic should Febby be paying attention to, and what should she be tracking over time?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, so Febby looked at the traffic. She said the traffic is not as much traffic on the new article that she's written in Bahasa Indonesia than some of our previous articles. That is obvious because it's a new post, right? So why would there be a lot of traffic on it? But what is it that Febby should be tracking and she should be tracking over time? What is the key metric that we're trying to determine if her article is actually going to be successful or not?
For me, I think we could check the page of the article through Google Analytics, maybe, or maybe from there.
That's a method, but Google Analytics is a huge dashboard. We have to focus ourselves on one particular insight from Google Analytics. What insight are we trying to examine to determine if Febby has actually successfully produced a good article to draw in organic traffic reading Bahasa Indonesia?
Okay, so then maybe we can see at how many people are actually visiting there, and where are the sources to where do they came from? Because I see that Google Analytics, they provide data such as like visitors from like which country, from which from what sort of device and what hour. Maybe that's what maybe should we.
Correct. Okay, so Febby, this is how you need to report your data. So Gareth gave you a little bit more insight. The answer I'm really looking for, Gareth, your answer is correct, so we can look at the location. But the answer we're looking for is this as well. Febby, you're looking to see, does your organic traffic component grow over time? Okay. So if your organic traffic component goes from 8 views a week to 12 views next week to 24 to 48 to 96 to 100, then you know that it's working correctly the way you intended it to. Not overall traffic, because remember, overall traffic you can boost up by just simply sharing it on social media or doing something else. You want that SEO to actually start kicking in for you. So you'll know SEO is working if you track the organic component of that traffic, okay? Currently, Febby, you have not provided enough information for us to actually understand if that is actually happening. So your particular screenshot here just shows overall traffic. You need to add what is the organic traffic, and ideally, you need to also show us what the organic traffic is over time. Febby, can you do that for us, right? Can you screenshot that, put that here on this Jamboard along with your article, okay? And that will give us both sides. That will give us what you did as part of your activity, and it'll also start giving us a picture of what your results actually look like, okay? that make sense, Febby? Yes or no? Not sure if Febby got that. Does Febby just disappeared? Okay. Let's go and bring somebody else into this discussion. Go to Charisma. Charisma, do you understand what we're doing here then in this particular case? How we're associating one particular material with the corresponding action?
I think it is best to review all the things that we have implemented so that we can do better on the next meeting.
Right. Okay. So we need to know what exactly needs to be discussed or shown at this meeting. Okay. Currently, Gunny, this is the problem that I see. What I'm seeing is that when we have these discussions, we don't get the depth of information that we really need to see. So if Febby wrote an article, right? Who's going to examine if that article has been written in accordance to SEO optimization features? Right? Who's examining whether or not the traffic is actually filling up? So both sides are kind of vague right now. The traffic report that Febby has shown is incomplete. It doesn't show the source. Okay. And then the article is buried in a link, which we don't really take a look at all either in the discussion. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to surface those details so we can kind of take a look at that, examine it so that we can inspect, discover, and improve our viewpoints. Okay. All right. Febby, did the okay? No worries to Febby. So Febby, I still don't see the article actually. Do you have any issues? Do you have any troubles with moving the screenshot of the article onto this Jamboard?
Actually, the screenshot that I attached is the previous screenshot on my previous article. So the new article that I repost is haven't got an visibility of the traffic on analytics, sir.
I see. So we're unable to actually examine if this new article is actually doing any good yet, right? Okay. So therefore, when you reported this is a false report, right? Because this traffic does not correlate to the article that's being examined. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So listen, everybody. That's what good inspection should be able to find out. Okay. So no worries, Febby. Let's get the correct information there so that we can see apples with apples. Okay. What is the article and what is the traffic? If there is no traffic, then don't put traffic reports that are not tied to that article. Just say that there's no traffic reports yet. Or show us what the traffic report is for the past article, and then we can have a before and after comparison. Okay, so that gives us a much better picture. Okay, is that clear, Febby? Okay, let me get some feedback from the room. If you understood what I just talked about, give me a thumbs up. If what I just said is confusing the hell out of you, give me a thumbs down. Okay, before we go on. Okay. Okay, don't feel any peer pressure to, I see Cindy didn't vote. So Cindy, I'm like, okay. All right, don't feel any peer pressure. Don't pretend to understand something that you don't. If you don't understand something, please say, I don't understand what you're talking about. Slow down the meeting and I can have a sub-discussion, okay? If you don't understand, then essentially this meeting gets harder and harder and harder for you to follow later on. I'd rather we do it correctly and then build and everybody positively transforms, all right? Now, let's take a look at the next section here then. So let's take a look at the Google ad strategy. Who put this out here?
Mr. Ching, that is me. But
all right, Gareth. All right, fantastic.
I will need to share my screen because I cannot screenshot the whole paper document.
Of course you can.
Is it okay?
Just screenshot. What do you want to share on your paper document, Garrett?
Okay. So basically, I've created two strategies, right? The first one is for the Google Ads, and the second one is for the SEO. So let me start with the Google Ads.
Okay.
So let me give you guys some heads up. So previously in the trial week, I've tried the Google Ads. So I set the budget for 100,000, maximum budget per day 100,000 with average.
Okay, Gareth, I'm going to stop you right now. Because we don't have an important component for us to inspect your work. We need to see what is the traffic. Do you have any sort of data showing what is the traffic or what is the results from this ad set?
Okay, wait, sir. I'm
Okay,
going to
all right.
open it.
While Gareth gets that information and moves it onto this whiteboard, we will continue, okay? Gareth, when you're ready, we'll come back to you, okay? All right. Next, on-page SEO strategy. Gareth, is that you too as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
That's me as
all right.
well.
Please get us the work and then show us what the results are. That's fairly important, okay? All right. Next, I see that Wei, you have the guest journey timeline here, right? Okay, that one we've already talked about. So the feedback from that, let's see, Wei, what do you need to do here on the guest journey timeline? Tell me you understand.
To make it more detailed and put the dates.
Okay, great. Okay, so now you have feedback. That's how we can do our content planning. Everybody, when we do content planning, please use a calendar. Okay, a calendar is a really good tool. So you schedule it on the calendar, and then it becomes really clear what you must do before the actual release date. Okay, all right. Let's take a look and see if there's any other materials here that have not been addressed. Cindy, okay, Cindy, you have some keywords that you want to take a look at. Let's go to Cindy's section. Cindy, where is your section? Oh, here it is. It's right below. Okay, Cindy, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing and show us your work, right? Do you have any work right now that that is activating these keywords?
No, not yet. For the works, I haven't done any work regarding this one, but I just find out that there are this kind of keywords that might work, and we
Okay.
will start using it for our next WordPress, like for our next what's it like articles that we
Okay,
post.
fantastic. Okay, so Cindy, this is a building block, right? Okay, everybody here, do you have any feedback for Cindy's choice of keywords? If you think it's okay, then write your comment on it. So here, I'll be the first to set an example. I'll put a note on this, and any comments for Cindy's choice of keywords. Okay, over here. Okay, so those, Cindy, look okay to me. I don't see any problems with it right off the bat, but okay, I'll let everyone else write some comments. If you have any advice for Cindy, just go ahead and put it there. So Cindy, if I understand correctly, then you will be using these keywords in future blog posts and in asking for advocacy anchor text, right, from partners, and that's how you're going to improve the organic search that is going to come in to our job site. Is that correct, Cindy?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Cindy, you too also need a data point, okay? So what you need to do is you need to go to Google Analytics and post what is the current organic the current organic traffic coming in, and then that gives us a reference point to begin from, okay? So we need to see if you want to increase things, well, let's take a look at how things are currently, and that will give us then an idea of what better means eventually when you publish the right articles, okay? There you go. Okay, Gandhi gave you some good keywords, gave you some good advice. Charisma also gave you some good advice. All right, fantastic. I like how we're able to generate advice much faster now, okay? Let's go to Gareth. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Excellent. Okay, Gareth, bring us in. Show us what you got.
Which takes we send because in there. Okay, so for my birthday for 1,000, and with the and with
Gareth, right now
within
you're
less than 24 hours.
Oh, wait, take a moment, just slow down for a second. Does everybody else hear Gareth, or is he glitching? If he's glitching, give him a thumbs down. If it's clear to you, give a thumb. Okay, so it's glitching. Okay, Gareth, try speaking a little bit slower so that the buffer gets a chance to fill up, and then continue, please. Okay, I think Gareth might actually be dealing with a difficult connection. Okay, go ahead, Gareth. Let's try it again. Okay, here, I'll help Gareth as a chair then in this particular case, okay? So let's bring everybody's attention over to the Google Ads marketing plan. So I see that Gareth has actually put together a plan in the first panel. He set a budget, a max budget, a CPC, cost per click, and then he's setting up some target for impressions, click, and CTR. That's good. That shows that he has a plan. If you're doing a plan for an ad campaign, I think these are really good beginning points. Okay, moving on to his next frame. Hi, Gareth. Welcome back. I'm just paraphrasing for you right now. Okay.
Okay.
Gareth, in the interest of time, I'm going to paraphrase for you as quickly as I can. You tell me whether or not I'm doing it correctly or not. I'll stop at each frame and get your feedback. Okay? Just give me a thumbs up if I'm doing it right. So I just explained to everybody you have your budgeting plan, which is a really good sign, and you have a desired results, which is a good sign. Next, your second pane on the right, you're essentially dividing the keywords into English keywords and also Bahasa keywords. From looking at those keywords, it looks correct. It looks like those are the popular keywords. But what I think you're missing is some analytical data to prove that those are indeed the best keywords. Okay. So Matt, maybe they're good keywords last week or last year or the year before, but do we actually know that these are the specific keywords that bring partners in 2022? So to support that, I think you need a little bit of data or some sort of indication of keyword research. Okay. Okay, I see that part. And then I see your traffic patterns on the third panel. Okay. Your traffic patterns show that, okay, traffic's coming in from Bali, Surabaya, Jakarta. So that's good. That's generally where our property owners are coming from, at least the domestic ones. And it seems like most of your traffic is happening on Sunday, actually. It's on Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So it seems like Sunday morning is the time that property owners are especially active looking at this type of thing. Your traffic narrows down again across the week, and it picks up again on Friday afternoon from about 1 p.m. all the way to about 6 p.m. Okay, so it seems like Sunday afternoon and Sunday morning and Friday afternoon are the peak feeding hours of your particular clients for this. Okay, and then based on that, I see a traffic graph. Gareth, is that a pretty good explanation of your current strategy and framework?
Yes, sir. So far, so good. But however, I would like to add a few notes on the time.
Okay.
So yes, so from the time data and then the traffic data, it is all from the Search Console. So it is not something that I've researched specifically. But yeah, so I scheduled the ads to show up from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. just to make a safe bet, and then and from what I want to highlight from the traffic data from last year. So the data is actually from last year, from 1st of January to the end of December last year. So here we can see a pattern, right? The important thing is the total impressions are actually quite low. I mean, like they are steady, but like they're just that they don't increase or anything. However, there is like this weird spike during March. I don't know how did that happen, but yeah, I would like to find out more about that. And then like when we look at the blue lines, the total clicks data,
right
here we can see a pattern, right? From January to March, the data, the traffic is usually high, the clicks, and then like it goes low, and then it goes high again, it goes low, high again. Okay. So from here, I want to say that the strategy that I am put there. So right now is February, right? So what I'm trying to say is that if we were to execute the strategy right now, so right now is like the right time because we still have like the rest of February and then like the rest of March until the traffic goes down again. So yeah, that's
all right. Very good. Okay, excellent. So I think you have a pretty well told story, everybody. So Gareth, this is one thing I need to double check from you. I see. Your click information is far too low to make any, I think, conclusive things because your clicks are at most 6 clicks a day, right? So you're still at the level of where it's kind of hard to see. You don't have enough data to figure out, okay, are you having a peak season or a seasonality today? Okay, it's only until that you get a higher amount of click traffic that you can actually get a better sense of season. Okay, between 0 and 6 is not a lot of swing there, but I like that you are trying to detect a bit of that seasonality. You can actually use the impressions as a more fine way, I think, to actually understand the overall traffic. But okay, Gareth, here's what I want you to do. Who would you like to engage in a sub discussion specifically about this data to get more insights to figure out how to improve your ad efficiency?
I think those who engage directly with property owners, I think so. Maybe they are like have the best data about the property owners, because like the main point of doing Google Ads is to promote to those property owners, right? So yeah, I think
Okay.
it would be best to.
So you're trying to discover the property owner persona by talking with people who have the highest contact with property owners, right?
Yes.
Okay. Best person for that is probably Asa. Okay. So why don't you have a time to talk with Asa, get a better understanding of property owner behaviors, and then come back, show us the result that you will get after you've understood how property owners act. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fantastic. All right, I'm gonna need to stop right now, but I just want a quick feedback from everybody. Okay, so here I'm gonna write a question at the top of this frame, and you just tell me what you think. Okay, it's at the card here, and I'll make it super big. The question is this: does this format allow for us to better inspect, better understand, and better collaborate on awareness projects? Okay. Please just give me the feedback on this. I have another meeting to go to. But if you do think that this is a better format, this just allows a higher level of engagement, this allows more people to understand, then Gunny, this could be a new way that we actually engage in discussion. So we can keep the discussion paper format on Coda. That's perfect. That's documentation. But when we actually engage and try to debate and get more ideas out, we can use a whiteboard to activate that idea. Okay. All right. That's pretty much my 2 cents there. I'm gonna give that thumbs up for myself, but if you give it a thumbs up or write your comments on it. Okay, let me turn this back to Gunny. Gunny, over to you again.
Okay. I need to everyone to still keep in the room, perhaps in Google Meet. Yeah. I need to talk something related to this meeting. I feel something lost, but something important at the same time. So I need to everyone still in the room, but after Mr. Jing leave this room will be appeared. So we need to move to Google Meet. Yeah. Let me create the room first. So once the host leaving the room, it's not available again. Okay. So
Gunny, let me get you to sign into this room. So do you need the host access to this room?
yes, sir.
Okay, here, Gunny, I'm going to share with you on Slack. Okay, so you can log in to this on you can log into this on Google.
Okay.
Okay, and that should give you the access to this room.
Okay, got it. So
I'll stay here until this is done. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we need feedback from everybody. So if you can see the question that I posted up at the top, please just put notes on what you think is the pros and cons of this format. I do agree with Gunny that something seems to have been lost, right? There might be some things that are a little bit off track, and we are taking a departure from our comfort zone, certainly. But tell me what you think is lost. Tell me what you think we gained, and let's get a little bit more insight into it. Gunny, quickly to just go over some obvious points here. I think one of the things that we might lost is the single channel, right? We had usually a one narrative, one thread. It was very easy for us to kind of all understand where to go. This particular way makes it sort of there's so many objects now we have to take a look at. So that is a little bit odd. The second thing I noticed, but it was a great gain, is we have not been inspecting correctly, right? Because we've noticed that a lot of the data doesn't correspond to the activity, and perhaps we're not like drawing the necessary information in order to make marketing conclusions. So that is something that we just kind of discovered through using this method. But anyhow, great. Keep on putting your input, everybody. Keep on engage, because this will be how I understand if you understand what's going on. Okay. If you don't engage, then I'll just have to assume that this whole thing has been a blur to you and you weren't able to follow it. So put up your opinions, put up what you're thinking, and get in the habit, please, of leaving feedback for everybody else on their campaigns as well. Okay, demonstrate that you understand, demonstrate that you are motivated to help your colleagues, and really get involved as much as you can. Okay, all right, I'll leave the meeting. Have a good one, everyone, and yeah, Gani, I'll let you